and Relegations
Yes.
Spring Split 2017.
Yes, nasa Game 5 na tayo, ladies and gentlemen, considering na nasa Game 2, Game 5 of the episode, Game 2 tayo ng Best of 3 series fought between Wargans La Liga Pilipinas versus JSKI Esports. JSKI Esports with their backs push. Definitely, eto na, against the wall kasi match point to para sa Wargans La Liga Pilipina, taking the victory on that Game 1. Securing a score in this series 1-0 pa. So, alam mo yun, race to 2 na to. Race to 2 na to. And a lot is at stake. A lot is at stake. The one who gets defeated here says bye-bye to the pro scene, where the other will proceed to the PGS. Kung baga, ladies and gentlemen, sa tagline natin, it is a fight for JSKI Esports and defend para sa La Liga Pilipinas. First insights on the bans.
Well, first of all, JSKI Esports coming out from a three-loss streak right now.
Oh man.
It's gotta mess up their mental state. It's gonna be so hard for them to come back from this. But if they do come back from this and we have a reverse sweep, it'll be a Cinderella story.
It is definitely a story na alam mo yon, games that's defining that they indeed deserve to be in the PGS without questions.
So for the bans, we have Vayne, Jace, and Zach, and we have LeBlanc, Nidalee, and Graves banned for La Liga. So JSKI, they don't want to play against this Jace, they don't want to play against this Zach because La Liga Philippines actually showed what they can do with this, camping the mid lane, punishing Baymax scene. So we have Whistle. Actually, he hovered on his Gangplank and then Riven and then the Teemo. Whistle is actually known for in solo queue for his Gangplank and his Riven. So we might actually see JSKI, since they have their backs pushed against the wall, will they rely on more comfort picks or do they have a composition in mind? Because you have to know where they put them in non-comfort picks and it hasn't worked. 3 games already they've lost. So who knows? JSKI Esports might actually opt for more comfortable composition where it's more solo queue oriented in a way.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. So, yun yung insights for the first bans. Right now, makikita natin that La Liga Pilipinas is taking their good time in making those picks. Right now, what's been revealed by JSKI Esports is not much because of the flex and you know, the frequent pickup ng isang Karma doesn't really give that much sa iyong composition. It could be said clear na at least ang nagagawa lang ng Karma pick na to ng JSKI Esports, it denies burn.
Yes.
You know, allowing to pick it up. Kasi isa sa mga defining characteristics ng composition ng team roster ng La Liga Pilipinas is Bird is very capable in playing the Karma. Why are you laughing?
Because they actually didn't pick during the champ select. You can see like how La Liga Filipinas is super serious, especially with Coach Teo behind them. Talking about the drafts, they actually forgot about the champ select timer.
Talaga? Baka naman, is that... Baka may bug lang, I'm not sure.
Maybe pero, they also couldn't have locked their picks because of a bug.
So
I don't know.
Ang intense pa ngayon is yung yung La Liga Pilipinas. Etong JSKI Esports yung talagang ang laki ng pressure di ba?
Yeah, especially one of the things that La Liga Filipinas has over JSKI right now is they have a seasoned coach. Coach Arctic, also responsible for the profilers of the unknown,
the TIP,
Panda
Esports, yes.
And he has handled 4 teams in this last few months.
Aside sa mga Vindicator Esports Club team niya pa. Actually, ang dami nang nasa pocket ni Coach Arctic na mga teams na dumaan.
You can see like the difference in the coaches as well, because one thing that isn't highlighted in the Philippine scene is the coaches. And if you have a coach that has coached so many teams, has so much experience like Arctic, it's very important in the pick and ban phase.
I'm very curious. Aside kay Coach Arctic, are there any other coach that, you know, on some level passes? On some level passes for you to be acknowledged? Meron ka bang mga pwedeng pangalanan na coach dito na parang?
Naga Specs.
So
Specs, we have...
Actually, Specs is nauna pa siya kaysa kay Arctic.
Who was part of Be The Gaming. He was also known as Captain Philippines.
Captain PH,
one of the first professional players of League of Legends here in the Philippines.
And the first one actually to play support, as far as I know, as in take the support role, di ba? So sa Specs,
Specs, we have Banana Mike.
Banana Mike na Infuse.
Who's of Infuse, who actually was for a coach of Naga and was working directly under Specs. So you can see a lot of... Specs is kind of like the grandmaster of coaches here in the Philippines. And a lot of pro players now have either worked with specs, worked with coaches that have been under specs. So it's just I think specs is the most honorable mention here.
Okay. In terms
of
of
coaches,
coaching,
yeah.
basta pag Philippines tas coaching, there's specs talaga, no?
Mhm.
So, pero ang sumabay nga sa boot na yun ay si Tio naman, maybe right
Yeah.
now, being very active talaga in handling all these teams. And again guys, sa mga viewers natin dyan, again, do take note that this broadcast provided by Garena Esports Philippines Fight Defend, the PGS Pro Gaming Series 2017 Spring Promotions and Relegations, okay, is live at gaming.youtube.com/user/page Garena/live. Ayan. Yan
Yes.
po ang ating stream link. So
So
sa
we
mga
have
viewers
Coach
natin.
Theo just walking around with his notebook. Every coach's notebook is a wealth of information. And as you can see here, they pick up the Caitlyn and they pick up the Elise. So one fun fact, I was actually talking to Coach Theo in the recreational room. So this is his first time to actually work with La Liga Filipinas' jungler and AD carry. He's never met Ren or Dre, nor has he coached any game with Ren or Dre in the game. So
Yeah.
we also have Wura moving from the jungle to the support role as well. So
Okay.
so this is
Wura.
so they don't actually have any compositions prepared on hand because he is not unfamiliar with two of his players' champion pools. So it's very interesting how La Liga Filipinas went with the draft previous game where they actually swapped the Jace and the Karma in terms of laning, and it worked well for them. So it's just the coaching staff mixed together with a new fresh roster coming out from La Liga Filipinas.
And JSKI Esports still opting on picking this Ivern. Okay? So far, Ivern in the early game and actually in the hands of Kwek. I really would not to comment Kwek as a jungler. Notable on his performance dito for this PGS Promotions. Pero ayun, yung synergy pa rin parang may nahahanap pa rin talagang butas kahit may in a sense may konting may success na nakukuha si Kwek in the jungle. And kanina kami ni Manjin parang hindi na namin nire-recommend na magkaroon ng Ivern sa composition dito
Well,
ng JSKI Esports. Pero ibig sabihin lang nun, it's a denial again of removing, kasi kitang-kita na you just want to deny the Ivern without Caitlyn getting prioritized pick here by La Liga Pilipinas.
Well, between the two junglers of last series, where it was between Kwek and the Adobo Republic's jungler,
Yes.
Kwek actually landed more root callers than the Adobo Republic's jungler. So I think between both of them, Kwek is the better Ivern in terms of root caller accuracy. But yeah, in terms of denial, it actually makes more sense.
Yan, ayon. So they're looking on a Tamkins kanina. I find that nagkukulang na yung damage ng composition nila. If that Tamkins weather gets locked in, and for their support, they're gonna pick up a Zyra. Poppy gonna go for the mid lane. Poppy gonna go for the top lane, rather, sorry. And, we're gonna have a Karma in the mid lane. So, tingnan natin. It's a safe pick up. I wonder, anong pwede mong i-pick up though against the Karma in the mid lane?
There are a lot of options here. You have Syndra, you have
the Jace,
Orianna,
Orianna.
Victor. A lot of these power picks between these two series, they haven't been picked. I was talking to Coach Arctic about it. Why aren't people picking up Syndra? Why are people picking up really weird mid lane choices like an Ahri that's Ignite dependent?
What's his insight? Bakit daw?
He has no idea. He's just said that they're just going with their comfort picks.
Comfort picks, no? It's very likely, but maybe it will be proven otherwise because we've seen a Hoover sa isang Syndra gets changed by an Ahri. As I recall, I've seen Hayes played Ahri, pero not much in the competitive scene. As I know, Hayes comfort picks pagdating sa competitive scene, pero way back pa talaga yun. Is an Azir, is Yasuo, and a LeBlanc. Ahri would be something new, and Ahri would be lucky. So, for the totality of the composition so far, what are your initial insights?
Well, we have Cleanse coming out from Karma. I think running double teleport would be better here, because Karma has enough shields and sustain to survive the initial onslaught coming out from the Ahri. So far, team fight oriented for JSKI and La Liga Filipinas. They're somewhat more pick-oriented just because they have an Elise, they have an Ari,
Yeah.
they have a Thresh.
Fresh, yes.
So I wonder how it's going to work out because usually in La Liga Filipinas' composition, they want to get ahead early,
Yes.
lane dominance and jungler meta, and then from there just snowball the game.
And they can. It's an Elise against the Ivern.
Yes.
It's an Elise against the Ivern. I'm leaning more, well, siguro dahil napaka-familiar ko sa Elise compared to the Ivern, I'm leaning more on this Elise when it comes to the lane aggressions. But we'll see though, Ivern, again, in the early game, has a lot of control. Naman, so maybe he can translate that and mitigate whatever plan Elise has in her hands. And, ayun, going back to the bottom lane as well, sana mag-manifest to. Kung gets kung gusto ng Bulacan team ng JSKI na makabawi talaga, makakuha ng 1-1 sa series na to, kailangan mag-manifest yung early game aggression ng Zyra. Naka-ignite yung Zyra natin. So, it would be a big good news for the JSKI team, for the JSKI bottom 2.
It's very risky.
Pero ang risky talaga.
Because as we were talking about, like when we were casting the Garena All Stars, remember the triangle where
Yeah.
poke beats all in and sustain beats poke, and then all in beats sustain. So as you can see there, you have a poke composition coming out from JSKI Esports, while you have an all-in support who can go onto the Zyra,
Yes.
can go onto the Jhin.
And actually mitigates a lot of damage pag nalagay niya yung exhaust na yun kay Zyra man o kay Jhin.
Yes.
Yung malaking problema. Naka-exhaust actually dito si Wura. That's not the question actually kasi ang taas pa rin ang range ng KT. If ever Wura decides to go all in, if they just manage to focus and tunnel vision on one target, they could easily pump. Malambot ang Zyra, malambot din ang Jhin. So there's a lot of dangers again, high risk, high reward, pero understanding play, I think kapag mas behind ka, when you play low risk, low reward, when things are going against you, parang ang baba ng chance na may mabago kang something. So sometimes you really have to take this risk, this kind of risk if you really want to get back into the control of the game. Actually, kung maka 1-1 dito ang JSKI after those series of defeats, that could be a momentum. That could pose a big threat against Wargads La Liga Pilipinas. Guys, again, big news, update lang sa inyo. Adobo Republic kanina sa first game 1, 2, 3 natin are now qualified to the Pro Gaming Series 2017 Spring Split. So the biggest congratulations to Adobo Republic, kila Meme, kila Hai, kila Duzes sa pagbabalik dito sa Pro
And
Gaming
Fade.
Series. And Fade, yes!
Of course. Naga Fade.
Oo, Fade. Idol in the mid lane. Ayan. So, yun na. Pag mga idol ko sa PGS, pagdating sa jungle, dati si Nixta. Pero napalitan ni Tamsu. So Tamsu na ngayon. Tapos ayan, pagdating sa mid lane, si Fade. Sa ADC, si Hai sana. Kaso, ayoko.
Okay. Well, we have a term for what could happen, and we have a term in the UP team. We call it tempo break.
Tempo break.
Yeah, because right now the
Ano ba yan?
momentum.
Term ng UP or sa'yo na gusto mo rin?
No. This
Okay.
is a team term.
Team term, okay.
Yes, it's a team term between the UP Diliman members, so it's
Okay.
called tempo break.
Tempo break, okay.
So right now the tempo, it looks like it's going in La Liga Filipinas'
Yeah.
favor because they have one win already, and JSKI Esports is coming from a 3 loss streak. But if they can't break the tempo, that's why it's called tempo break, and turn this game around,
Yes.
turn the series around for a reverse sweep.
Yeah.
That's usually what happens. You need to dig deep and pull out the tempo break
Tempo break.
out of
And
you.
minsan, akala nyo yung ganun parang psycho-psychohan lang as tinitern ni Manjin. Shallow lang. Actually, guys, if you look into the articles sa LoL Esports, pati sa R-League, ang laki ng bagay na makakuha ng momentum. I mean, it's actually a false logic to conclude na, ay, kapag natalo tong isang team na to at pag nanalo yung sunod na game, mas mataas yung chance na manalo. That is only on a certain scope lang, on a certain scope in terms of momentum. Dinidiscuss talaga to at binabay talaga to na itong idea of momentum when it comes to series. Napakahalaga nun. Napakahalaga nun. Actually, one application of this is tempo break.
Tempo break.
Played by SKT. Ang playstyle ng SKT is on game 1, kung saan pinakamababa yung risk ng pag sa isang best of 5 series, to be said, among all games, ano yung parang pinaka-gusto mo mag-risk. Sa game 1, ang ginagawa ng SKT, yung banning phase nila, inaalaw nila yung comfort picks. Kung ano yung plano ng kalaban as they scouted it, inaalaw nila, sige, minsan pa nga naglalagay pa sila ng handicap in a sense na hindi sila directly nagka-counter. Hindi nila sinusulit optimally yung draft nila even with the bans. Yun yung ginagawa nila. Pinaka na-observe ko to against the Chinese team back in the 2016 All-Star na ba ngayon? 2016 All-Star. 2014 All-Star. 2014 All-Star against the Chinese team. Ganun. Talagang inalaw nila na makuha ng Chinese team lahat ng comfort picks nila. Tinalo nila nung Game 1. Pagpasok ng Game 2, Game 3, pinagbaban nila lahat. There's no hope na natira for the Chinese team because it's just SKT getting the momentum. And that's the topic on momentum, ladies and gentlemen. And it is in the hands of LLP. Can they make the tempo break? We will know. Game 5, ladies and gentlemen, of the Pro Gaming Series 2017 Spring Promotions and Relegations. It is fought between JSKI Esports, the team from Bulacan, versus the relegated team, the team playing their relegations. It is the Wargans La Liga Pilipinas for the champion rundown. On the blue side, it's JSKI Esports. In the top lane, you have Whistle for this puppy. In the jungle, Kwe on an Ivern. Mid lane, Bane Maxine on this Karma. And the bottom two is going to be A-Style on this Gene ADC. And Marviel on this Zyra support.
So for the red side, we have La Liga Filipinas, we have Burn on the top Darius, we have Ren on the jungle Elise, we have Haze on the mid lane Ari, Dre on the ADC Caitlyn, and we have Wura on the support Thresh. You actually see that Marviel already burned his flash.
What?
I have no idea why he burned his flash. I didn't see any early aggression whatsoever coming out.
That's a very, very big question sa laro
Yeah,
natin.
that is something that we were not able to see.
And that is something that you would want to have given that you want a full-on early game aggression, level 2, level 3. This is going to be awkward. Let's see na lang. Let's go kung mabasa ito. It's very likely makikita ng LLP. But will they capitalize on that one? You have to take note. Elise started the blue. Go for the crowd. Go for the crop. So that doesn't mean he gets the level 3. 2. Hindi rin siya magle-level 2.
No. The only route that you actually reach level 3 is if you go red and then Krog.
So, but yun nga. So, it's very unlikely that you can go for a gank here in the bottom lane considering na wala ka pang kukun. But you could actually rely on the death sentence and Thresh.
We might actually see a very early gank. As we saw last week in the Garena All-Stars, we saw a ton of level 3 Elise ganks onto the bot lane. And we can see Ren actually maneuvering
Without
towards the bot lane.
This is so bad. Pura closes in, ladies and gentlemen. Get a flash inputs in the play to the ADC A-Style. Won't be receiving the hood, but it's gonna be Marviel. First blood in the hands of La Liga Pilipinas. One of the CS ganks to be done here by Red.
That lack of flash actually biting Zyra in the butt right there. But we have a solo kill in the mid lane. Bay Maxine takes Haze's life, burns both summoners coming out from Haze. The Ignite and the flash only in exchange for his cleanse.
So, 1 for 1.
1 for 1.
Not done by our camera. So when we thought things are going south again for JSKI, seems they're still at the game. Actually, Bay Maxine gonna redeem herself. Pwede, diba? Sa mid lane na to, lalo pa yung story ng game 1 na to kung paano mababaw si Bay Max. Yung story ng game 1 kanina is kung paano na behind si Bay Maxine at kung gaano nakuha ng malaking lead din si Haze. But look at that, the damage coming in from the Zyra and Jean combo puts Caitlyn.
So far, the only person we've actually seen today that is capable of tempo breaking for JSKI is actually Bay Maxine on that Cassiopeia during the first game of the first series. But aside from that, we haven't seen that spectacular performances coming out from JSKI Esports. Whistle not being able to carry from the top lane, Kwe not also being able to carry. He did pretty well with the Graves, but that was also...
Yes, she collapsing in the blue side jungle. Now Red getting collapsed by a double bop. Kwek. Follow up pa ni Luisel dito. Whoops! Red rather in getting those flash. Pero he's gonna rappel. Papasok dito kay Bay Maxine. Bay Maxine taking his second kill in the game with the red buff in his hands. Puts the slow onto Haze. Puts a Q as well. So, wow. Things are looking good. Early game.
Things are looking very good. Ivern is actually super strong in the first few levels.
Yeah, in the first few levels. Definitely.
And the amount of utility he can actually bring to a team fight, that's what makes him a super contested pick.
Yeah.
But I feel like the teams haven't been playing him properly. Usually you max E on Jensky on the
Yeah.
Ivern to maximize the shield.
Because of that ridiculous low, diba? 2 seconds, 70%. And here comes the two-man squad as well. Ivern kasama ang Poppy, which in the range. Root Color will miss, ladies and gentlemen. Another dive in, even under the brush. It's gonna be under Charlotte. Burn, gonna connect his Q. Will he make the flash in? Doesn't put it. There's the slow mula sa right bump. Ivern under the brush is quite powerful. Kwe. Burn. Burn in the top lane. And papasok na rin si Ren. Might be, will he take this fight? No, he won't. With Kwe going so low, 3-1 sa ating scoreboard. And you know, early game picks getting on here by JSKI. That's it. That's not connecting.
Really
And
weird.
strike the torch. Yes.
It's really weird. Like Kwe now maxing his W instead of his root collar. What is up with this very interesting skill builds coming out from the Iverns we've seen today?
Give me more brush.
Give me more brush, give me more auto attack damage.
Might be. Baka yun talaga. As in, fully
Because
utilize
he has
the Ivern
actually been
damage.
utilizing the bonus auto attack damage with the brush.
Mm.
So it could be one of the reasons why he has 2 points on it, but we still have to see where he puts the rest of his skill points.
Well, napaka-weirdo ng itsura ng Ivern, napaka-weirdo rin ng kit niya. So baka bagay lang din na weirdo yung paggamit sa kanya. Pero weirdo na engage na nangyayari dito. Bandang red side, papasok sa Raptor. Charm gets used by Haze. Tether na ilalagay din ni Bay Maxine. Haze respecting the damage na meron si Bay Maxine. Although naka-chalice, naka-holy grade pa lang naman. Ano holy grade? So, chalice sa Barmony. And, so, hindi pa naman ganun kataas yung damage. But it's gonna be Bay Maxine. Definitely, if the story is lane dominance, he has the item now.
The game is actually going to have is going to be at an accelerated pace because both AD carries picking up call, but in favor of Dre by around 7 stacks, just because how lane dominant he is, based on the Caitlyn pick.
Some ladies and gentlemen, grasping roots won't connect. The Black Force delivered here with JSKI. Sports, gentlemen, 7 minutes into the game. Stone down sa ating mapa. We have to see another, tempo
break.
tempo break or other tempo push para kay Ryan sa Elise na to. Haven't seen any attempted gank yet mula sa Elise after that, first blood. Matay siya.
Yeah.
I think that's what involves with the Ivern plus kasama or rather with the Karma. Root Color, ladies and gentlemen, Daisy gets sent in, and of course you could see the slow, the shield, lots of damage coming in from this Ivern. It's gonna be Weasel with a hammer shot, gets the kill for Bird. Nicely done, Kwe.
This is so interesting because Kwe has Thunderlord. Like Burn, I'm sure he didn't expect the amount of damage Kwe would be able to deal in that engage. He actually wanted to fight. He thought he could sustain through it, but the amount of burst coming out from a level 6 Ivern is just scary.
Mobility boots Ivern.
Mobility boots Ivern. He just wants the gank. He just wants to dish out so much damage in the early game.
DPS Ivern. DPS Ivern, ladies and gentlemen, gonna face check that one. Right brush, nilagyan pa ng extra brush. Under Charlotte. Will this be the second kill? Under Bird. Gets the knockup from Daisy. It's gonna be Weasel actually targeting the Charlotte, but he has enough tankiness. And Kwe has enough damage. Round 2 in the top lane.
That's smart because they knew Burn didn't have flash.
Yeah.
He also used his teleport. They knew he was teleporting, so they stayed by the brush. Burn wanted to put a ward there. He actually was able to, but cost him his life.
And actually, Darius is a juggernaut that is behind. Ayun yung danger. So they're doing a good job on, entering the mid game. In a sense na they want to offset the threats of this Darius in the front line. Kasi talaga pag behind tong Darius right now, 0-3-0. At pumalo yung mid game natin, kailangan niya ng tankiness to withstand all those damage and all those artillery getting sent against his team. Enter the mid game.
There's also a ton of difference in terms of keystone choice. When during the first series, we saw Darius who was actually running Grasp of the Undying against the Maokai, and he did pretty well. But now against a Poppy, he actually opted for the Courage of the Colossus, which doesn't give you the init sustain that you want as a Darius to help win trades against a Poppy.
So yun pa yung danger ng lane na to. So it's actually a mid lane in check. Could be said as in check na talaga. I mean top lane in check ng JSKI Esports. So Anong pwede gawin dito ng Wargads La Liga Pilipinas? Right now, again, where's the Elise? Yun yung malaking tanong din.
That's the biggest question because the Elise only has 1 kill participation. The gold, the kill gold is on the Elise as well, but Kwek doing so much work. 4 out of 5 kill participation. He's everywhere right now.
Which the though, decisive fast presence gets activated. Well, doesn't mitigate anyone. Keeper's verdict gets countered by the rappel. Nicely done by Ren. Ren will also take the kill against Weasel.
That's smart because there's no magic resist for Whistle right there. So if he would gank top, he would be super vulnerable to the execute damage coming out from the Elise.
Oh, you have to respect the damage as well na magagaling mula kay Bayman Sin. May isa pang Q. Will he connect that one? Tethers in. Miss the Q with a Spirit Rush. But here comes the Root Caller. Kasama yung Trigger Seed. Just to mitigate some damage. There's also the click on that explosive plant, ladies and gentlemen. But with the mid laner in check, plus the bottom lane shove, this is a Cloud Drake for the taking of JSKI Esports.
They were aware that Mura was there, was back, so they can take this dragon for free because Mura is still isn't anywhere in the near vicinity.
Yeah, and you could see na because of that Rush Maker, hindi nila alam kung anong misteryo ang pwede mong gawin when you're taking the big objectives like a Baron or a Drake under that Rush. Kasi yung mismong Drake din o yung Baron, natatago rin.
Yep. And this is actually good because the Ivern isn't going to be countered by LLP's composition.
Tanong, Cocoon gets countered. Alam ni Weasel, nicely done steadfast presence. I think will he be able to escape this one? Gonna go for the rappel. Rappel out ang sagot.
He cocooned the minion right there.
Yes.
He cocooned the caster minion.
Ah, okay. And hindi naman napoproc din napipigilan ng steadfast presence yung yung Cocoon, di ba? Pero ito, yung Cocoon na round 2 mukhang magkoconnect na kay Weasel once again. Here's a flash in from Bird. Gonna apprehend him in. Tingnan natin kung makakalaban pa si Weasel dito. The camp done by Kwek gets offset by the camp done here by Red in the top lane. And I think may nakita ko, namatay si Kwek.
Yeah, Kwek got killed by Dre right there. Probably went too deep.
Yep.
Or it was just a very smart play by LLP. We can't say for sure, but we see 3 summoners burn for the bot lane of LLP in exchange for the flash of the Zyra.
And
Ignite.
We have to take note. Ito na ba yung base ng game? Na early game lang naman yan eh. Yung Ivern na yan eh. Ito na ba yung base ng game na nag-scale down siya? So far, parang may enough kit na.
The thing is, I was saying earlier, LLP's composition isn't super good at collapsing as an Ivern secretly doing Baron, secretly doing Dragon as compared to Adobo Republic's composition where they had a Gnar, they had a Zac, they had an Alistar, where you usually group up inside the brush while you're slowly, sneakily doing a Dragon or a Baron. So the Ivern pick might actually work here because they can't get punished a lot by LLP's composition.
Okay, next time, ladies and gentlemen. But there's a heroic charge as well. Kasi alam ni Weasel, may kasama na ako. Kanina pa yung Elise mo. Eto na yung Ivern ko. There's a poke as well from the passive of the Darius. Enough to put actually the Noxian Guillotine. Pero walang engage, ladies and gentlemen. Things are stoned down. Kwek, revisiting the top lane again.
So it's actually, all the AoE from LLP is on the Darius, is on the Ahri, and it could be on Dre as well if he picks up the Runan's Hurricane.
Yes, and style actually, you can see how Ren gets picked up here, collapsed by 3-member jungler support plus the mid lane. Here in the red side jungle, Mura's gonna join the fight. Where is the death sentence? There's enough poke. Bane Maxine gonna sidestep that one. Kasama yung Root Caller. Kwek joins the fight. Bane Maxine, the one who's been behind on that game 1, is now on a killing spree.
You can just feel the difference. This is a different JSKI Esports altogether. Last game, they weren't even showing their badges.
There's a flash in. A-Style flashing in with the heal.
Flash in with the heal, the trade for the heal of Dre.
Yeah, I'm not sure kung makakilin yun kahit first bullet. Kasi first bullet lang yung tatama. Pero Root Caller, there's enough range. But yung flight ng bullet, masyadong mabagal. Enough para makatakas. Itong ating Caitlyn, this bottom lane has been, kind of controlled.
Yeah.
Or rather, JSKI taking control of this bottom lane.
But so far, a lot of chip damage on the tier 1 mid.
Baymaxi.
We have a TP play coming out actually from the bot lane.
Oh.
Burn was starting the fight.
Yes, gonna go
with
for the flank
TP.
here on the bottom duo. May teleport din na magagaling mula kay Poppy. Will they survive? A-Style receives the death sentence. Plus the player. Keeper's verdict. Word is it? Mura gets left out. Receives the heroic charge. And it is Weasel slaying Mura. Saying bye-bye. Nicely done here by JSKI Esports. Foiling the plan of Wargans Liga Pilipinas. The fight still continues. In the backline, Kwek goes for the chase. There's the red buff thing onto Dre. Burn being the tank for his teammates. Does he have the tankiness? That is the question. Gets the Q mula sa ating Karma as the 4-man squad here by JSKI Esports. Gonna destroy this outer bottom lane turret. Here comes Haze. When will he spirit rush in? Puts in the charm onto Weasel. There's a lot of damage. Weasel, does he have? He doesn't have the magic disease. Here's that. Oh! Nakakonect. I think it's that Orb of Deception or Fire, the Backfire. Pero Kwek will now go down. Spirit Rush gets activated. Kwek will go down. Spirit Rush gets activated from Haze. So, tingnan natin. I think, are they still aiming for more kills?
JSKI
No.
overstaying their welcome,
Yep.
costing the life of their jungler right there. They already played it super well,
Yep.
where they outplayed Burn and Mura. It was actually a 2v3 from LLP. They were able to turn it around, use the Keeper's Verdict onto Burn, and then they soloed out Mura. That's the strength of a Poppy right there. The Keeper's Verdict. When you have a numbers disadvantage, you can abuse it, and you can send one to three members of your enemy home, and then you can collapse on the rest of the team.
And Poppy is a CC monster.
Mhm.
There's a lot of CCs na nailalagay mo, and you could see that in terms of kapag meron kang number advantage, napakataas ng scaling ng crowd control. Striper gets put here, a flash done by Mura, making sure that Naxin will be in range. But where is the follow up? Haze has his Spirit Rush on cooldown, whereas JSKI has 3 members sent here in the mid lane. Sometimes this might be, but Baymaxi stepping up. Mura again, gun.
Yeah, just the chip damage.
Oh, Marbier as well is gone. Falls into the hands of Dre. Pero, of course, JSKI will not go down, not without a fight. Dre receives the captivate ultras, or rather, their players gets the kill. ADC gets the kill against the enemy ADC. Burn here, trading up with Weasel. And here we go. There's a flash in done by Burn. Heroic charge onto the Dragon Pit side. There is the tick mula sa Darius passive. Not quite getting
the honey fruit.
The honey fruit. Could have gotten the sustain mula doon.
Had
You know,
Whistle auto-attack the honey fruit earlier,
Earlier,
he could
yeah.
have probably saved Drake. The plants, the new plants right now.
This game, once again, these two teams on each other's neck. 11-9 tayo, ladies and gentlemen. Kanina parang may lead ngayon yung parang may lead yung JSKI Esports, pero makikita natin that LLP are grouping up. They have a really nice kit when it comes to these small skirmishes. Enter the mid game. I'd say, yeah, we are now on to the mid game, ladies and gentlemen. As turrets are going one by one. 2 outer turrets are already gone in this bottom lane, as well as the mid lane outer turret dito ng LLP. They are also down to their second Drake of the game. Cloud Drake. Now, it's gonna be a Mountain Drake. And if you look into the itemizations as well, Dre, 2-1-2, you have an Infinity Edge, 2-1-1. These two ADs will be very crucial. The next team fights, I'd say 2 team fights, could determine the...
You would actually expect Dre to be ahead in gold, but the turret lead that JSKI Esports has kinda equals it out between both AD carries.
Right now, talaga, LLP, moving as 1 unit. So, with the Mountain Drake secured, JSKI Esports opted in taking this Rift Herald, allowing their
Rift Herald being pinged right now by JSKI Esports. Very hard to do Rift Herald as 2 people because it takes so much time, but they do it with 4 people. Heavily stacking up on that Rift Herald, now rotating to mid, eyes on Haze.
Rush, no, not Rush. All of Deception connected. Papasok dito. Ay, kwek. Definitely building aggressively. So, meron tayo na Janice. I think he's gonna opt for the Unholy. Atins for this one. Of course, adds more buff for that shield mula dun sa Trigger Seed.
The thing is, this composition that JSKI Esports has would be super strong if they had a hyper carry like Vayne, like Fogmao.
And now here in the top lane, Ren gets popped. A-Style secures the take note, meron pang fourth bullet dito. Si Ace-Time puts that under turret. Third hit call gets activated. First bullet will not connect. Second will not. It's the third one. On top of the Keeper's verdict. The fourth. Whoa! Wala si Jin dito sa teamfight na to. And this is an under-time dive by JSKI Esports. He's gonna go for the dive in. Deadly Flourish will connect onto him. 15-9, ladies and gentlemen. And this is a big win done here by JSKI Esports. Gonna collapse onto the not-so-tanky Darius. And it is
They're picking
20
Baron.
minutes into the game. And the Ace, ladies and gentlemen. There's a ping on the Baron. They're gonna take this red back. Let's see what's their next move.
They can take Baron because that is a karma with Athene's Unholy Grail. Daisy gets the wrong side of that last cone, has to walk all the way to the Baron, but it doesn't matter because JSKI Esports will secure this Baron unless Ren can dig deep and steal it.
Elise is in range. Actually, he can make it with this one, Rapel. This is a very big play. Pero hindi papayagan ito ni Ren. He's gonna rappel in. Who will take this fight, ladies and gentlemen? Elise gets popped. Nawala si Elise. It is gonna be the blue team securing the Baron Bob. A big win here. An ace plus 1 kill plus the Baron in the hands of JSKI Esports.
The Hexa kill coming out from
Hexa kill.
JSKI Esports. That was because of the brush right there. But as you can see, no bullets actually connect onto this Caitlyn. But what happens is they just get so much AoE damage. Whistle landing his Q all together with the Stranglethorns coming out from the Zyra, together with the damage coming out from Bay Maxine. Then they get the pick onto Haze. Burn a little too late to the party. Tries to kill Whistle, but the shields are too strong. And Burn just dies to the last bullet coming out from the Jhin.
This is a momentum pick up by JSKI Esports. 17-10, 21 minutes into the game. They have the lead in the mid lane, they have a lead in the jungle, they have the tankiness of their top lane. Malaking tanong to kasi yung engage in the top lane, kahit walang nag-connect na bullet, doon who's been soaking up the damage is Poppy.
And the thing about this composition that JSKI Esports has is they have a super tank. They have a Poppy matched together with a Karma who can shield you for days. She has Athene's Unholy Grail. She has Redemption. She has
this
Ardent Sensor. The Ivern also has Athene's Unholy Grail.
So
the amount of shield Whistle is probably unkillable right now.
Very ridiculous. As you mentioned, ang bagay na bagay para sa composition dito ng JSKI Esports is a hyper carry champion.
If they had a hyper carry like a Vayne, which by the way is super strong right now, 6.23. I'm surprised we haven't seen any Vayne pick yet.
At taas ng win rate niya. Sobrang taas ng win rate ngayon ng Vayne solo queue natin. I'm very curious. Actually, I might be expecting on seeing that tomorrow. But I'm revealing a strat. Pero alam ko kita rin yung sa stream ni Marky. Marky been playing the Vayne. Maybe add that one for the Ezreal and his Jhin Champul. 18-10 tayo, ladies and gentlemen. JSKI Esports managed to destroy the inner top lane Siren. Do take note as well that Weasel with the... Actually, walang teleport si Weasel, so he's gonna be walking in this mid lane. Lots of pressure to be put here, making sure that they receive and put that Baron power in. Let's see. Bertrand gets isolated here. Rushing the position from the jungler dito ng La Liga Pilipina with the numbers of Carnage. They're gonna go at it. Look at Weasel. He's stacking up turrets. He has a lot of shields. And you can see that Ren is now got Curtain Goal. Axeman, the first bullet connected to Haze. The third will destroy Wura. And the second will destroy Wura. Third will connect onto Drake. This is as well the mid lane inhibitor turret gone, plus the inhibitor. JSKI Esports aiming to take their second win of the night.
They actually rotate to the top lane instead of pushing up the mid lane turret. Very smart rotation coming out from them because they realize that Haze and Dre are some of the best the sources of wave clear from La Liga Filipinas.
I wonder though, I think baka mag-overstay sila ng welcome nila dito. This note, kung lang hindi natapakan yung order snap trap. I think this is the signal to fall back. Baron is about to go down. And Ren, gonna protocol in, not quite catching anyone. That is, I think that's an 11k gold lead.
11k gold lead coming out from JSKI Esports. What's very strong about this Karma picking up the Redemption is your shields and heals are already stronger. They're amplified by your Athene's Unholy Grail and your Ardent Sensor. And then you have a heal, AoE heal as strong as Redemption, together with your heals with the shields, it's super strong. It's going to be so hard for you to kill Whistle, and super scary right now.
And what's super scary right now is 6 minutes after this, an Infernal Blink will spawn as well over the reef. So, it's an additional objective in this map, getting choked out against La Liga Pilipina. JSKI Esports gonna secure their first Drake, I think. Second Drake na. So, it's a second Cloud Drake. Lots of mobility again. Utilize that one. Compared to that, Burn allows Whistle to go for the killing spree now in the top lane. His top lane, paborito na ng JSKI. And actually, they could go for 1-0-4 stack. Pressure this bottom lane kasi may isa pang inner current doon.
1-0-4 isn't actually...
Or 4-0-1.
4-0-1 would be better.
Yeah, 4-0-1. Pero nasa top lane kasi si Whistle, so layo ng lalakarin. Pero I'd say 4-0-1 because of the teleport na meron.
Yes. Aside from that, they can also just opt for a big team fight, but Whistle doesn't have any mana right now, so it might be risky for him to separate from the team because he's going to burn so much mana trying to shove the bot lane in. So they're just trying to go with the push.
Okay, you have to watch out for the mana pool dito ni Whistle. Pero curtain call now. Third bullet onto Burn. Gets saved mula doon sa Dark Passage. But without the squad dito ng La Liga Pilipina, nobody's there to defend their inhibitor. So, what's happening here? You have to take note, that's the second inhibitor gone for the La Liga Pilipina squad. Will they commit to the approach? I wonder though. Actually, JSKI, let's see if there's anything fight to be taken right now. This is the time. Daisy will be gone from this team fight. First time down there by Whistle in the backline. It's a two-man apprehend. Still, everyone from JSKI is gonna go for the backline. A-Style though getting busy here by Burst. And A-Style managed to survive, even receiving the knockshot, rather the guillotine ng ating Darius. This is gonna be A-Style, the ADC, removing the first Nexus turret, picks up the second Nexus turret onto the Nexus, securing might be what their second game victory para sa gabing ito. Will they get the momentum? And yes, they can! JSKI Esports, team from Bulacan, gets the win against La Liga Pilipinas.
2 words. Tempo break.
Tempo, yeah. Two words
Tempo
pala yun,
break.
nakala ko 1 word lang.
Yeah, it's tempo break. 2 words. As you can see right there,
Oh,
that was all Baymaxine. Again, game one of the first series, Baymaxine. This game, Baymaxine dug deep and actually pulled out the win. Actually carrying his team with the amount of utility he can bring.
yes.
Tempo break.
And ito ang tempo break, I burned.
Tempo break Ivern as well. This is the best Ivern we've seen today.
Yeah, this is the best Ivern.
Quick, redeeming himself.
Last time I've seen an Ivern this good is actually an Ivern support. Ito yung first time na nakita ko ng napakagandang Ivern in the jungle. It was Ivern support on TG. TG well played. Pero, ayan, Ivern, look at the damage dealt by Ivern.
He's dealt more damage than anyone on the La Liga team side.
Yeah. 13,939 Battle Ivern.
Yes.
Ward. Max W! Ivern! What is that?
Wow, I don't know what's happening anymore with these Iverns today. Max Q, Max W. What's happening?
No Max E! No Max E! Max W. Max W, ladies and gentlemen, that's the big question. That's the big question. And, you know, the big answer here is tonight, ladies and gentlemen, will ignite with a Game 3
Sudden death.
sudden death. A team from Bulacan with the biggest dreams to qualify for the prestigious League of Legends Professional League ng ating bansa, Philippines. And you know, it's the La Liga Pilipinas squad. A seasoned team as well, hailing from our previous split, diba?
One of the most successful amateur team as well.
Oh, so, it all comes down to a game 3. Fight, defend. Who will make it to the Pro Gaming Series, ladies and gentlemen? Grabe, excited na ako, seryoso. We have been your shoutcasters for this game. Ako po, si Shimbu with the one. For kasama ko po si Iconic. Maraming salamat sa iyong insights, Iconic. We're gonna go to Game 3, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Pro Gaming Series 2017 Spring Promotions and Relegations. See you on Game 3. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Flash inputs in the play with the ABC A-Style. Won't concede the full, but it's gonna be Marvin first blood in the hands of La Liga Pilipinas, one of the JSKIs to be done here. Poppy, will they survive? A-Style receives the death sentence, plus the player. Keeper's verdict, word is it? Mura gets left out presents the heroic charge, and it is Weasel slaying Mura. Saved by Vice and under time by JSKI Esports. He's gonna go for the dive in. Suddenly Flourish will connect onto him. 15-9, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a big win done here by JSKI Esports. Gonna collapse on the not so funky Darius, and it is.
They're picking Baron.
The jungler dito ng La Liga Pilipina. With the numbers of Baron, they're gonna go at it. Look at Weasel. He's stacking up turrets. He has a lot of shield, and you will see that Fred is now got Curtain activated. The first bullet gonna go to the haste. The third will destroy Wura, and the second will destroy Wura. The third is gonna connect on the lane. This is as well the mid lane inhibitor turret gone, plus the inhibitor. JSKI Esports aiming to take the second win of the night.
They actually rotate to the top lane instead of pushing up the mid lane. Very smart rotation coming out from them because they realize that Cave and Ray are some of the best waves, the source of wave clear from the Liga Pilipinas.
Yeah, I wonder though, I think baka mag-overstay sila ng well, dahil nila dito lang sa tapakan. Move, order, snap, ay kasi sila sa fallback. Baron is about to go down, and then, the Dr. King, not quite fancy na rin. It's all now. Third bullet on the first, that's safe. Ulado ko sa run pass. But without the squad dito ng La Liga Pilipinas, nobody's there to defend their inhibitor. So, here, the second inhibitor god for the La Liga Pilipinas squad. With it moving to the coach, I wonder though, actually, let's see if there's any fight to begin right now. This is the time. Daisy will be gone from his team by first time done there by Weasel in the backline. It's a two-man apprehend. He's still everyone from JSKI will go for the backline. A-Style though getting busy here by Bird, and A-Style managed to survive even receiving the doctor having the guillotine ng ating Darius. This is gonna be A-Style, the ADC removing the first Nexus turret, because the second Nexus turret also the Nexus, securing might be what their second game victory para sa galing ito. Will they get the momentum? And yes, they can! JSKI Esports, team from Bulacan, gets the win against La Liga Pilipinas.